Welcome back to Massive Meats. Today's massive meat is an 11.5 pound spiral ham. What's awesome about spiral hams is when you smoke them, it gives the opportunity for the smoke and the flavors to get deeper into the ham. So what we're going to do today is we're going to smoke this ham at 250 to 300 degrees on the smoker temperature. We're going to smoke it to 120 degrees. Once we get there, we're going to put on an American honey bourbon barbecue glaze. And it is going to be delicious. So really excited about it. We're going to start it off with a barbecue rub. I'll put a link to the recipe down in the description of the video. But let's get it seasoned up and we'll get it out on the smoker. Alright, now that we have the whole thing seasoned up, like I said, we're going to take it out on the smoker, 250 to 300 degrees. We're going to put a probe thermometer into it. We're looking for it to get to 120. That's what we're going to put on our glaze. And then once it gets to 140, it's done. These are already fully cooked hams. That's how they come in the store. If you buy one that's a honey ham, fine. If you buy one that's a smoked ham, even better. You can have a double smoked ham. We'll take it out on the smoker and get it going. The smoker's sitting right where we want it, between 250 and 300 degrees. We're right about 275, 276 right now. That's perfect. Anywhere in that range is going to be just fine. We're going to transfer the ham from the pan over into an aluminum foil pan. The reason we're going to do that is so it doesn't drip down into the charcoal or into the grill. It keeps it nice and clean and we won't have a sticky mess to clean up later. So let's pop it open, put it into the pan, and get it going. Awesome. Oh, that's a big ham. It's already coming apart on the bottom a little bit, but it's okay. Perfect. We're going to take our probe thermometer, stick it right down into a thick part closer to the bone. That'll give us our reading. And again, once the thermometer gets to 120, that's our time to come out and glaze. Once it gets to 140, it's completely done, ready to go and enjoy. We'll check back on in a little bit. While the ham is coming up to temperature, it's time to make our glaze. So we're doing a honey bourbon barbecue glaze. It's a mouthful. Also a tasty mouthful because we just tried a little bit of it. We used a 1/4 cup of American honey, which is Wild Turkey's honey bourbon. Great flavors from the honey and the bourbon, of course. A 1/4 cup of apple juice, a 1/2 cup of barbecue sauce, a tablespoon of Truvia brown sugar, and a tablespoon of a sweet and spicy brown mustard. Any of these things, use whatever you want. Whatever bourbon, barbecue, mustard you like. Put it into a saucepan on the stove. It took about 15 minutes, constantly whisking, medium heat, get it to a simmer. It reduces down quite a bit into a nice, thick, very tasty glaze. And right now the timer is saying that the meat is at 120, which is the exact temperature we want in order to go glaze this ham. So let's head outside. Wow, we got a lot of juices running off of this thing, which looks delicious. It's darkening up. You can see it's already got its own juices cooking on it. Now we're gonna apply our barbecue glaze here. This is that bourbon barbecue. What's great is that because it's sitting in a lot of its own natural juices, that's going to add a bunch of flavor. It's going to keep it moist. It's going to be quite a delicious ham. So once we get it brushed off, we'll close it back up until the temp hits the 140 mark. We'll come back, show you how it looks in the end, and we'll give it a taste. We hit our 140 mark, which means it's time to open it up and take it on out. All right, so our glaze is set perfectly on it. Looks beautiful, a nice big piece of massive meat. Let's get it inside, give it a cut. More importantly, let's give it a taste. This is definitely a massive meat, an 11.5 pound ham. Speaking of massive, we also want to give a massive thank you and massive shout out to Haley Home and HaleyHome.com, who hooks up the custom boards, personalized boards. They're amazing. Use code MASSIVE at checkout for an extra discount. So let's talk about what we do with this massive meat. We applied our barbecue rub beforehand. We got this thing ready to go, took it outside. The smoker was set to 275. It went for about 3.5 hours. Once it got up to 120 degrees, we were ready for our honey bourbon barbecue glaze. Absolutely delicious. Applied that on at that 120 mark. Gave it about another 45 minutes for it to get to 140 degrees. Took it off and it is ready to go. Super excited. Been waiting all day. Happy Easter, everybody. Let's give it a try. We're just carving right through there. You can see how juicy that is. Jeez Louise. Awesome. You can see how the glaze got in there. You can see how the smoke has gotten in there. This little piece looks perfect. All right, let's give this a go. Hot. I'm not a huge ham eater. I love pulled pork, love ribs. I don't eat a ton of ham. This is a phenomenal way to eat a ham. Very good. I'm gonna go for one more actually. Awesome. The glaze is great. Really glad we threw the packet out. Really glad we made our own. You can taste the flavors in it. You can taste the smoke, that hickory, that cherry, the bourbon. All of that's kind of coming together in a really amazing way. Huge thank you. Really glad you checked us out. Thanks for watching this video. But definitely we'd appreciate it if you gave us a like, if you subscribed, if you like it. And we look forward to seeing you again. And let us know when you're making some massive meats. Take care. See you on the next one.